Hello, everybody. How's it going? Hi, AJ. Hi, Skrillum. How you doing, honey?
I'm good, Casey. How are you?
I'm fantastic. All right, so we only have like 40 minutes or something. So here we go.
Let's talk about
Avengers,
Avengers.
Avengers 1, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. They were first Avengers or Avengers Assemble in the UK.
Great
What's your
movie.
thoughts?
Um, a lot of fun with it. It's got some cringe, but it's a 2012 movie. The dialogue's fun. The fights are crazy. The Thor and Iron Man fight is great. Tourist and all the good shit. The
Does
New York fight's
stepmother
awesome.
know you're wearing her drapes?
No,
One of the
bad
greatest
guy.
lines of
He
all time.
loves his hammer. Like all that good shit.
My one of my
Loki's a
favorite
great villain.
lines. He's one of the best villains still of the MCU.
Oh yeah.
Still, he's so good. Um, yeah, I love this movie. I think it's great. I think it's
hmm
probably one of the best top five theater experiences I've ever had in my life,
That and the Dark Knight and the Batman Begins.
for sure. Such a great movie. End of phase one. What a way to end phase one. It's just so good. I love it.
hmm
I
Age of
love it.
Ultron.
Age of Ultron, your shirt. The only thing I don't like about the first movie is Cap's suit
Ugh, his suit is
changed
garbage. It's like
changed
a little
in.
pullover like hoodie.
It looks like much as I love the show, it looks like Batman the Animated Series if that was to be live action. Like
But you see,
because
that
that's a
would do that would
pullover
do
hoodie.
well though.
Oh, I agree, but it's that same concept where it's pulled over his head.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I really love that first movie. Age of Ultron. It's got some issues. It's got some
Ultron is a very good villain.
he is, and a lot
It
of
is probably the best part
people.
about that movie.
So when they put in the "Got No Strings" from Pinocchio in the
And it's
trailer,
creepy, that utter tone that he does. And
and
when he's
then
singing it too.
at the end of the trailer, because throughout the entire trailer, you hear "God no strings to
hmm
hold me," and then at the very end of the trailer, it says "God knows," and then Ultron comes in. There are no strings
Yeah.
on me, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" And
This movie was, I gotta
yeah,
say, for an Avengers movie, this was pretty dark.
it could be at times.
It was supposed to be dark. It could have
Ultron is actually a very
been a maniacal villain.
he's a very dry, deadpan, funny villain. Like
He's
James
got some really
Spader,
good one-liners.
James Spader.
I can't physically throw up in my mouth. He's just got good lines. He's like, oh man, I'm sorry. It's just when he cuts off
James
his arm.
James Spader as Ultron is so like
He's just James Spader. James Spader is a great actor.
he's so like I don't even know what to say. He's so evil, but he's so funny.
Well, because he
And it's
does, what I like is that he mixes up peace and destruction, doesn't know the difference.
yeah,
And that's
yeah,
why Scarlet Witch turned on him.
yeah, yeah. No, I it has its issues. The movie for me was rivaling the first one until we get to Hawkeye's house.
It has a lot of
For
better
like
fights.
15, 20 minutes of the movie, it stops, and then you get Nick Fury, and then it goes again.
Yeah, when we go to
But
Barton's
the,
house,
the
it's just
fights seem a lot more
intense.
large scale, if you will.
Had multiple fights in this movie.
The first
Multiple.
movie.
The
I'm
opening
sorry, I
scene
keep my
was a
fucking
huge
nose
fight.
has itchy. The
Steve, you
first
said a bad language word. Did you tell everyone about that?
the first movie has this TV movie quality to it at points.
Mhm.
That's what Joss Whedon was used to at that point. Television
Didn't he only do TV shows?
for yeah. I think his first directed movie was the Firefly spinoff, Serenity. That was his directorial debut, I think.
Has he only done like 4 movies?
He did the Shakespeare one too. Um, that
Doesn't
he
matter.
filmed that he filmed in his house over like a weekend or something. Yeah,
Really?
it's like a modern interpretation of
Did you see it?
whichever Shakespeare movie, and it's I saw it and I was like, okay. Anyway, Age of Ultron has some
Our first
lulls in it.
introduction is Scarlet Witch, who ends
First
up
of
becoming a
all, Scarlet
badass.
Witch. I like Aaron Taylor Johnson a lot. His Quicksilver though is good, but it pales in comparison to Evan Peters in the X-Men
Movies.
movies.
Which, in all fairness, Evan Peters was Quicksilver second.
In
The X-Men movies. Wait, no. When did Days of Future Past come out? 2014?
2014. So yeah,
Okay, so no,
Aaron
Evan
Taylor
Peters
Johnson was
was before.
2015. Yeah,
So Evan Peters was the
I see
first
that.
Quicksilver. I'm sorry.
And another awkward thing about that movie was Elizabeth Olsen and Aaron Taylor Johnson just a year before were playing husband and wife in Godzilla,
Godzilla.
and now they're sister.
Yeah, that was.
It's a little weird.
I remember reading
That's a little weird.
about the cast, and then they were saying that Aaron Taylor Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen were playing brother and sister. I'm like,
Because I remember,
were married in Godzilla, and they were about to have sex, and then they got.
because I remember watching Godzilla. Or no, I saw Godzilla after, but I remember when they were in the movie because I didn't see 2014's Godzilla in theaters, didn't have time. But I remember watching that movie or seeing the trailers for it and being like, they look like they could be brother and sister. And the next year, it's they're gonna play brother, and it's like, oh, that's a little
Remember the
weird.
chemistry? The chemistry the worst chemistry is Black Widow and Hulk.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah,
It's
no,
terrible. It's so
no.
awkward and cringy, and just the dialogue is so like.
I don't even think it would have worked with Edward Norton.
No, it wouldn't have worked with Hulk at all. My point is that it should have been with Cap because
What's up with the whiny bitchy tone?
I don't
And then
fucking.
were we Cap and all, or with Hulk and all?
I don't know.
Sorry, had to be funny. Anyway, no, I agree. It should have been Cap because their stuff from
Yeah.
Winter Soldier.
But yeah, it's just
Yeah,
it's just
it's not that great for sure.
no.
Avengers Infinity War.
Oh my god, what an experience in theaters. Every single person in this fucking theater was fucking crying, and I was one of them. My grandpa looked at the screen and he went, "What the fuck?" That's what he did. He just looked at it and he was like,
That's funny.
he looked at me, he's like, "Is there gonna be another one?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck do you think? Of course there is." I saw this movie like 6 times in theaters.
Yeah,
So
I saw it 4.
Endgame, I think I saw 7 times in theaters.
I only saw Endgame 3 or 2 times. I don't
That's
remember.
you. Anyway, Infinity War was great. Very dark. Very like the deaths in this movie are just like, okay, Loki's death I got spoiled by, but he was one of the people I called to die.
He's the first one to die, I believe.
And then Heimdall's
Besides,
death caught me by surprise.
Heimdall, yeah.
Heimdall caught me by surprise. Vision I saw coming a mile away.
I will say this though.
Yes.
The victory at the end of Thor Ragnarok is
Mhm.
kind of pulled out from under you at the beginning of this movie.
Mhm.
But I like it because it shows that we're in a real universe here.
Yeah.
Because we're still in good MCU territory with this movie.
Oh yeah.
We're still in
This is the end of phase 4, 3? No, 3.
3, yeah. Yeah, we're still in good territory here with MCU.
The thing with Infinity War, it was like Hulk got the shit beat out of him by Thanos. Like at first, like Thanos was getting his ass beat, and then
I love fucking
Squidward
goes, yeah. Let him have his fun.
Get lost, Squidward.
Fucking fun guy looks like Squidward without a nose.
I gotta tell you, one of the children of Thanos,
you?
Proxima Midnight. No, She annoyed me. I don't know if it was the character or the actress. I just could not stand her.
I think it
She
was the CGI.
yeah, that too, but she
Her
just
CGI was
I think the
terrible.
actor too, just oh my god, I hated her. She was so annoying. When
Why?
she
Because
got
she
killed, I
yelled
was
like a woman, like a woman normally would. You know,
what did you just say? I just heard just
that's what I hear when
that's
that's what I hear when I hear women yell too.
no, that's all I heard was coming out of your mouth was just
Gibberish. Yeah, that's what I hear too when women yell and scream.
okay then.
Anyway, no, I love Infinity War. It's my second favorite
These are
movie in the
really depressing,
MCU.
and they lose. The Avengers lose.
Thanos is still my favorite villain in the MCU. Of course, I haven't seen a lot of Phase 4, so I can't say if Kang is or not. But I genuinely love this movie.
See,
It's so fucking good.
my thing with Kang is that because in Ant-Man, spoiler alert, who haven't seen Ant-Man 3, he talks about how he's gone to different multiverses and he's killed the Avengers and everything. He's killed like 6 different versions of Thor. He's killed like many versions of Doctor Strange. He said he's gone all in the multiverses and
And
killed some.
this is an Ant-Man 3.
Yeah. And because he's like, which one are you? Have I killed you already? And Ant-Man's like, what? And he's like, no, I haven't killed you yet, but I've killed Thor. Multiple Thors. Like he just basically flat out says he's destroyed the Avengers on multiple Earths, wiped them out completely. He's
I
like
just have no interest in
he said
watching
he could
Ant-Man
do
3.
what Thanos could do, but 10 times quicker. I mean, it is true. I mean, Ant-Man literally almost died, but he didn't. But Jonathan Majors is a good villain. I don't know if he's gonna be in Kang Dynasty with all his shit that's going on. But I mean, he has
You should play Kang.
nothing.
You don't want all that Disney money?
But you have to it's like it's kind of like Jared Leto's Joker. Jared Leto's Joker sucked, but Jonathan Majors Kang didn't suck, but you haven't really seen much of
Let's
from
make that comparison, shall we?
I'm just trying to give an I don't
Jonathan Majors is a sure little Joker sucked, but Jonathan Majors Kang's great. But you still haven't seen much of him.
fuck I don't know, man. I'm off my meds. I'm tired. What the fuck do you want from me?
You're a dumb dance motherfucker, and I fucking
Yeah, I
love you.
know. I'm always
You're fantastically amazing. Endgame.
oh man. Talk about a movie I cried in. Talk about the first
City.
Talk about a movie I fucking cried in. I mean, the ending is just great. That whole, oh my god, it's just a, oh, fuck, man.
When the Trinity comes out to fight
I shit
Thanos.
my pants.
So
I dropped a giant shit right there in the theater.
first
Like,
time the first
no.
time I ever have recollection of anybody in my theater freaking out
Oh, everyone in my theater freaked out.
was for the first Avengers in 2012,
Mhm.
and every Marvel movie since then, there's been at least no more than 5 cheers in my theater every time I've seen a Marvel film.
Spider-Man No Way Home, everyone was
Oh,
freaking out.
dude,
That was probably besides Endgame and Doctor
when Toby and Andrew show up, like I
I
remember
was they're
when
just like
Andrew shows up,
I was
fucking
literally sitting
guys
there
like,
like,
"Ah!"
all right, they're gonna show up. Let's go.
Yeah,
But Endgame for me was it's a damn good movie. I mean, it's 3 hours. It's the longest.
my number one Marvel movie or
My
MCU
second
movie.
number one. My second number. It's my second.
Second number
My
one.
second number one. It's my second favorite Marvel film.
My number one. My number one. I have Endgame. The only thing I don't like about Endgame is the
The
title. I
middle
think
half.
it's kind of a lazy title, but I get it. But it's perfect.
Remember when everyone was trying to think of what the title was?
I remember when people were thinking it was gonna be a like back to back 2-parter,
Well, originally
like
what they
same year.
well originally So
like
from what I
Justice League 1 and
back
2.
then, well, back then they were filming both movies at the same time, like what they did
Well,
for the,
that's what they did. Yeah,
but they didn't tell the actors which movie they were filming,
filming at this. Yeah,
and they gave them false scripts.
yeah. Well,
There was like
Tom
there
Holland
was
thought.
like three people. They gave Tom Holland a false script.
Well, in the Tony's funeral scene, they thought
Yeah,
he was at a he thought he was at a wedding.
really?
They thought he was at
Well, yeah, because they had to put the same Mark
at
Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo
Tony
got a completely
Pepper's
different
wedding.
script.
Yeah. So let me ask you. So in that scene, in Tony's funeral scene, did you actually did you know who Harley was when you saw him?
Yeah, from Iron Man 3.
The kid from Iron Man. I had no idea. I literally was like, who the fuck is this kid? Because I had wiped Iron Man 3 from my mind completely. And
God.
went, who the fuck is this kid? And then I saw the credits. I'm like, oh, that's who he is.
You didn't know who that was?
I had
I
wiped Iron Man.
immediately knew who that was. I'm like,
Dude, I wiped Iron Man 3 completely out of my brain.
trash. But like,
I wiped from my brain. I had no idea who it was.
my thing is like Endgame, you get Hawkeye as Ronin, which is really cool.
The opening of that movie with Hawkeye's family is fucking
Oh yeah,
terrifying. You're like,
it's
oh,
kind of just like for like Endgame, it's like it shows what the snap had on everyone. Like you could see that everyone was like, Cap was leading his support group. Iron Man went off and had a family. Black Widow is literally just losing her fucking mind, and she gets emails from a raccoon. Just all that shit. It's just like, it's just you could just see how it affected everyone. Look at what happened to Bruce. He combined himself with Hulk, and now he's just Professor Hulk.
Professor Hulk, Mr. Hulk in the
Professor
comics.
Hulk.
What? No, it's Professor Hulk in the movie.
Did you know that the kid in the diner, the girl, was one of the Russo brothers' daughter?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah.
Look out!
Yeah,
I love Ant-Man. Take the
my
goddamn.
my favorite Hulks are Avengers 1 and 2, and then Ragnarok.
See, I like Ragnarok Hulk.
I do too, but I just it's such a missed opportunity with Hulk to make him how he was, and Thor in
Infinity War. It was funny because Hulk didn't want to come out.
It was funny, but making him human,
the marketing, like I remember when the movie came out, like I was in Target with my friend and his little brother, and he loved it. So he wanted to go, like, shut up. He wanted to go through the toy aisle, and because he loved Avengers, he was like,
Avengers, Daddy, Avengers, or brother, Avengers, brother, Avengers.
He looked at me, and he's like, "Wait, Hulk never came out of the Hulkbuster." I said, "No, he didn't."
Yeah, one of my pet peeves, or not even a pet peeve, but one of my frustrations with that about Endgame, which I still love the movie overall, but there are things in the movie, is Hulk and Fat Thor, because like at least Thor becomes a badass at the end of the movie, but Hulk gets nothing, man. Like Hulk just is like when they go back in time,
and that was supposed to be permanent damage. And now
it's not. Yeah. And I get really frustrated with Hulk and Thor in the movie. I've grown a little bit on it. When I first saw Endgame, I was like, no, fuck no.
Endgame, you have to understand that Thor got really depressed.
Yeah.
So that's why he got fat.
For sure.
I thought when he was gonna when he grabbed
I like Fat Thor more than
Jonathan. When he grabbed Stormbreaker and Jonathan, that's what Paul Rudd called.
My favorite line in any Marvel film actually comes in Infinity War, when he calls Rocket a rabbit every time.
Rabbit.
Every time I watch fucking Infinity War and Endgame back to back, dude, I am dying of laughter.
Peter Dinklage does this
every time.
Dwarf. Yes. Killing you means.
He's a giant.
I love in Endgame where they're talking about, he goes, "Do you know what my blood is coursing through? Cheese whiz." Like, No, I want a Bloody Mary. Like I love. He's like, somebody just peed my pants, but I don't know if it was baby me or just or me, or I don't know if it was old me or baby me, or just me. Like Ant-Man is fucking hilarious. I love it's just like, hey guys, what is this old footage? No, this is the front gate.
So you know that kid who played the younger Ant-Man in the suit didn't know
Was
what he was.
Brightburn?
No, no, no. Oh, yeah. He didn't know what he was filming.
Really?
He just knew it was a Disney movie, and he had no idea what he was filming. He was on a green screen, just as himself. He had no suit around him at all. He was
Really?
just standing there, and he's like, and then whoever it was, I don't even think it was the Russo brothers, said, "Hey, say this line, say or here, say these lines." Yeah, he had no idea what he was filming for. He didn't find out until he was invited to the premiere or whatever it was.
Was he upset? Or was he
No,
like,
why the fuck would he be upset?
I don't know?
No, when he got the oh yeah, I'm in Avengers Infinity War or End Game. Yeah, I'm gonna be pissed.
No, I see, like I would
I'm gonna be pissed and kill some.
fuck up. Because
You're a dumb, dense
yes,
motherfucker.
no, okay, Gacy, chill out over there. But it's funny though, because it's
Don't
like
fucking.
you look at that kid and you're like, that kid is playing, he played a psychotic killer
Yeah,
in
yeah,
you've seen, right?
yeah.
Brightburn? You should review that.
It's been a couple years, but yeah,
I gotta rewatch
I
that.
saw it.
But it's like you get all I love the part where Tony comes up with Cap shield. Honestly, I had to get out of the garage, otherwise Morgan would have taken it sledding. Like that piece of dialogue was
It
so
is
great.
so good.
Death
So
of
good.
Iron Man, I got spoiled by. I was still sad though, just because it's Iron Man.
I stayed away from
I have hit
everything.
every single spoiler, and then my friend spoiled it for me literally 5 minutes before I was going to the movie. And I said, dude, I'm not friends with them anymore, but I'm like, dude, swear to God, I will have you fucking arrested. I was
You know,
so
I stayed away from everything. Anybody sent me a text, anybody sent me a message. Not reading it. I don't care. Not reading it.
oh, I like when I went into Bond, I went in blind to Bond. Scream
No
6,
time. No time to
blind.
ruin a franchise. Nice job there. No time to die.
Huh?
Nice time. No time to die. Nice job ruining a franchise.
We'll talk about that another time.
But no, it makes sense though to spoiler alert kill off Tony Stark and
Black Widow's death, I was like,
in another way kill off Captain America and Black Widow
I
because
thought Cap was gonna I honestly thought Cap was gonna die. I thought Hulk was gonna die. I mean, because the thing is that they didn't know which actors were staying or coming back.
well, if I remember correctly, I believe
Well,
Chris.
after
Oh, okay.
Evan said he was done, so I'm thinking, shit, are they gonna kill him? But
Well,
no,
let's be honest here. Robert Downey Jr. His paycheck. It's not like his paycheck
paid the
is.
most.
It's not like his paycheck is cheap here. He's getting
Well,
lots of
remember in
money.
what was it? Remember in
Shut up.
2012, 2013, he was not sure if he wanted to come back as Iron Man. And then
Yeah,
Disney
and then Marvel went, "Hey,
like Tom
here's
Holland.
$4 billion, $1 trillion."
Like Tom Holland, they were possibly going to recast him, or he wasn't gonna. They weren't sure if he was going to come back.
Yeah,
And then they offered him a huge deal, and he took it.
yeah. Well, he's more Sony, but yeah,
Did you hear Amazing Spider-Man 3 is happening?
is it?
Venom's the villain. Tom Hardy's villain. Venom.
I'll believe it when it's official.
Yep.
Rank the four
Okay.
movies.
Huh?
Rank the four movies.
Endgame, Infinity War, Avengers, and then Age of Ultron.
I agree. Endgame, Infinity War, Avengers.
The thing is that
I agree.
each movie has a section of where it's really
Each
boring.
each each
Always
movie has
it's the middle of the
stuff
movie.
for the movie that I don't like. For
Notice
sure.
that in all four films, it's the middle of the movie that's always boring. The middle of it.
I don't find anything boring about the first Avengers.
There, there's parts of it. It's very subtle, but like Endgame, the whole half of time travel, boring as shit.
I have no problem with it.
Really,
No, I think
I.
you're
It's
just
just
bitching and
like
complaining.
when they go to like when they
Stop
go.
crying.
Shut the fuck up. I don't know. Infinity War, like with the Guardians and stuff, like it nowhere and what that just kind of bored me.
So
It
yeah,
just time.
that's our thoughts on the four Avengers films. AJ has
Great
problems with all of
movies.
them because he has terrible taste,
You dumb dents that just said the great movies.
but you still have terrible taste. Goodbye, everybody.